Hello, everybody. What an honor it is to be here. What a great event. This is exciting. You have a lot of pretty awesome things going on here today. Have you been having fun? Yeah. Good. Let's see, how much slack do I have? Okay, not much. I better be careful. So, thank you for the introduction, Susan. So, my name is Elissa Erman. I'm a registered nurse, like Susan said, and I just want to give you a little bit of information, a little bit of background information on me, just to tell you what brings me here today, because it aligns with what we're going to be talking about, which is wellness for all, wellness for everybody. So, I went to University of Michigan nursing school. Anyone here from, or Wolverines in the crowd? No? Uh-oh, that I might be booed off stage soon. What's that? Uh-oh, okay, all right. Well, I guess I should walk away now. No. So after I went to nursing school, I worked in a hospital. It was a neuro step-down unit. And what I saw was a lot of people that had strokes and other conditions that possibly could have been helped if somebody got to them soon enough. Some of these situations and conditions possibly could have been avoided as well. So what happened to me was, this is a true story, I was standing in the hospital, and I remember my patient rooms were all in front of me, and it felt like a lightning bolt hit my head, and I just said, I gotta get out of here and help prevent people from getting in here in the first place. So I left. I didn't really know what wellness coaching was at the time, to be honest. Maybe have looked irresponsible, but in my heart, my passion was I wanted to just reach people. Now we know that there are some things that we can't control, and sometimes you need to go to the hospital. Thank goodness for it. But what I'm referring to are situations that possibly could have been avoided. Based on the lab values and other diagnostic tests that I saw, I just knew that lifestyle played a huge component. So I really wanted to help people learn how to take care of themselves. So hopefully they could stay as healthy and happy for as long as they could. So I ended up starting my own coaching business over 10 years ago, Universal Coaching Services. And then I was hired by, not Universal Studios, but close, Walt Disney World. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Well, the name is Universal Coaching Services, so it can get kind of confusing. It's okay, it's a compliment, believe me. So I worked at Walt Disney World. I was hired to start, create, and run their wellness department. I did one-on-one coaching and groups all over Disney property. And then I said I need to make a change. So I moved down here. I loved Disney. It was a great place to work, but I needed the beach. I just did. I felt that chapter in my life was closed. And I also have a passion for helping seniors. So that's what brings me here today. And I wanted to just jump into the topic at hand, which is wellness. So when you hear the word wellness, it can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people, right? Even if you go online and look it up, there are so many different definitions. So I'd like to share with you my definition for me, which is really achieving optimal health, happiness, and fulfillment in every area of life. Sounds like a tall order, doesn't it? Right? Here's what I can tell you. Wellness is a process. It's something that we're always working towards and striving towards if we choose to. So what I do is I work with people to help them identify how can they feel healthier. So all these different components in life, what are the components that I'm talking about? Physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, your relationships, relationship with yourself, relationships with others. So all and more as well, right? There's other components to life too. But all these different components make up our overall health and wellness. And we know when let's say one part of it's affected, let's say we're stressed out about something, it can affect not only our mental state, but an emotional state, but our physical health too, right? When we're stressed, we can feel it in our bodies. So what I found after working with thousands of people for health and wellness for a number of years now, I'm older than I look, I will say. What I found is that there are 3 commonalities that really create a healthy life. So that's what we're going to talk about today. What are those 3 commonalities that I've identified with research, education, life experience, and of course education as a coach and a nurse. So one of those, the first one is living with purpose. The second one is living with passion. And the third one is living, actually, self-care. Living your life and making sure you're taking care of yourself. So I just kind of call it self-care. So we're going to jump on into the first one, which is purpose. So what is purpose? You hear that, life purpose, purpose. Purpose is really, again, there's many different definitions, but a definition that I like is that purpose is meaning in life. It's meaning, it's having meaning, right? And it's having aim, that every morning when you wake up, you know where to point your compass. So you get that meaning, you get that fulfillment in your day. Now the challenge comes, which I've seen many times, when people have a purpose that ends. So let's say they have a job and they're no longer working. Maybe they retired or they, got fired, thank you, whatever the situation is. So then they don't have purpose. Or what about if their purpose involves a loved one and then the loved one passes away? And they feel that that purpose is not there. Can anyone in here identify with what I'm saying so far? Oh wow, great, okay, good. So here's the key, everybody. You can dig deep inside and find out what your purpose is. Or you can create it. And at any moment of any day, you can create purpose for yourself. So if you lose a loved one, or if a job ends, or a friendship ends, or whatever, you can create something new. Now, it may not be exactly the same, we know that, but there's still purpose here for you. There's still meaning. There's still a reason you're here. When you look at a book, when one chapter ends, you turn the page, another one begins. So that's what you want to remember. Now, one of the things that I like to talk to people about when it comes to purpose is being of service. I actually am very passionate about talking about it. Being of service means basically what it says, being of service to another person, being of service to the community, being of service via Lakeside, to the people here, to the community here. So if you're looking for purpose, you have a lot of opportunities here in this facility, let me tell you. Now, I want to share a couple different stories with you that relate to this. So the first one is, many years ago, I went to a massage therapist who had lost her husband, tragically, and she said to me, listen, Elissa, if God forbid one day all I have are 2 fingers left to work, that are working, I will use those 2 fingers and massage somebody's toes. That touched me that I remembered it all these years later. Because what that means to me is, if there's any part of you that's working that can be of service and help another person, use it. I had a client once who had many, many health ailments, so many that she spent so much of her days and her time in and out of doctor's offices. And I could tell she needed some type of purpose outside herself. She needed to serve. She needed to do something to make herself feel good. And she just couldn't commit to any volunteer work or anything like that because her health kept getting in the way. So she didn't want to put her name down on a list and then have to cancel or not show up. And I said, listen, there's got to be something you can do. I can see your desire. You need to get outside yourself when you can and be of service. So what I told her was this. I said, listen, the next time you go to the grocery store, the first person you see, smile at them. give them a head nod and say, how are you?
You get arrested.
Hopefully not. This was in Orlando, so, well, I don't know. Maybe. Letting that go. She said get arrested, but not. So the thing is that this lady actually took the challenge, and she did it. And you know what? How do you think she felt when she came back? Right. Why do you think she felt great? Because she was doing something to help somebody else. Now here's the thing. Smiling at somebody with a head nod may not seem like a big deal, but the truth is it can make a huge difference in someone's day. I've personally experienced it where I'm having a challenging day, and the stranger just says, hi, how are you? And it's like, oh my gosh, yes, okay, thank you for caring. I'm not going to open up my whole life story, but just the fact that they acknowledged my existence, it touched my heart. So, being of service to another is what this is about. I truly believe that we have an innate desire to help one another. And I truly believe that we are here to give to one another as well as give to ourselves. The thing is, when you give to another, how do you feel? Feel good, right? So it's important that you are giving to each other, but also receiving as well. We need to receive and make sure we let others do for us. You think of the heart, the center organ in the body. Now, the heart receives the blood and it pumps it. So we receive love, we give love. The Beatles figured this out 50 years ago with the song, the very last line, the love you take is equal to the love you make. So that's what this is about, being of purpose. You get to choose what that is. Maybe purpose to you is being an encouraging grandmother or grandfather. Maybe it's sharing the wisdom that you've learned with your kids or your friends. Maybe your purpose involves volunteering for a charity. Maybe it involves walking around smiling at people and saying, how are you? Whatever it is, you want to find something that will fulfill you. Maybe your purpose is teaching someone how to play a card game, or getting new members or new residents here involved with some activities. So the intention is to create that purpose for yourself. And just remember, you can always create purpose at any moment, and you can have many different components. My purpose, that's just an innate knowing within me, is to create health and happiness on the planet. That to me is my passion, that's my purpose, that's what I am here for. I believe that. I also have a purpose to be a loving, caring, supportive daughter, and a caring mother to my cats, and a supportive friend, and there's other parts of purpose, right? So the point is find something that you can do to contribute to make, whether it's your friends' lives better, the community better, the world better, something that you can do to give that love. The second thing, the commonalities, back to the list of the three things. So the second thing on the list is passion. I am a very passionate person. You probably can tell somewhat right now. But I am passionate about health and wellness. And it's really important to me to spread the awareness in this world. So the intention is, when you're walking, see this microphone here, if this is your purpose, pretend the microphone is my purpose. So I'm walking through life with my purpose, holding on to my purpose, but I'm nourishing myself with my passions. So it's kind of like raining on me with my passion. And the passion can be for your purpose. I'm excited to connect with the new residents here and get them involved in activities. I'm excited to connect with my grandson and hear how his tennis match was. So passion is having a level of excitement for something. Now, here's the good news. You have a lot of awesome activities here. You have so many wonderful offerings here. It kind of blows my mind, if you want to know the truth. There's so many. And we have other passions. So I have a passion for nature. I have a passion for animals. I have a passion for music. I like movies. So those are other passions. So when I engage in activities that involve those things, what does it do? It nourishes me. Like I said, if this is kind of rain nourishing me, water sprinkling on me. So that's the intention, is that you find your passions, identify them. So if you like watching movies, then engage in a movie watching event that they have here. Or connect with your friends or with yourself, whatever it is. So the intention is for you to be walking with your purpose and supporting yourself with your passions. And that will definitely support you through life. Now, look, we all know life can be really challenging at times. It can be gut-wrenching. Let's just be honest, right? So it's important that we have these passions to support us. It's important that we have these positive things in our life to support us as we're moving through this journey here. So make sure that you're making time to do things that you're excited about, and I encourage you to actually come up with a menu of passions. You can put it on your refrigerator, you can put it in your wallet, in your purse, wherever you want. But a menu of passions, because sometimes we just forget. We wake up and say, what can I do today? But this way you can look right away and say, oh yeah, I forgot I wasn't even thinking about golf, and they have a putt-putt tournament today. Or, yeah, I like bingo, and oh, there's bingo going on today. When you look at your week, what I ask you to do is to ask yourself, how much of that week are you infusing your passion into? And make sure that you are. Make sense? Okay. So the third thing on the list is self-care. Now self-care, I'm a nurse, so I've learned this lesson many times. Hopefully I won't have to learn it too much more, but I've learned it enough to teach it now, so that's good. But self-care is really about taking care of yourself. Giving yourself what you need to be as healthy and happy as you can. Now, what does that include? Self-care can include healthy eating, exercise, sleeping well, making sure you're getting enough sleep. Of course, making time for your passions and interests. It can also mean making time for family and friends, spiritual components, and many more things that things that support you as you're going through this journey. So it's important that every day you take time to remember your purpose, your passions, and make time to take care of yourself. The good news is this class that Alternative Home Healthcare is providing for all of you in a few weeks that I'm going to be teaching, we're going to get into these components a lot more. So you're going to walk away with a lot of different tools to help you care for yourself better. And a lot of it's, updated information, the latest research, things like that. Some of it are tips, some of it may be tips or information that you just never heard before. But all of it is to support you with self-care. So, speaking of self-care, we will be talking about it mostly in the group starting in 2 weeks, but I think we should talk about it a little bit today for just a few minutes. So I think the first topic we should talk about is exercise.
Well, I love exercising. Hello, it's me, Donald Trump, okay? Oh, we've got a lot of people here, okay? There's a lot of people, right? I just flew in here from New York, right? I had a great debate last night. Didn't I have a great debate?
Great job.
Just terrific. Elissa knows, okay? I've got a lot of purpose, by the way, a lot of purpose, okay? You know what my purpose is? My purpose is to make South Florida great again, okay? What is it when you say there's like thousands of people here today? Thousands of people, okay? Not one empty seat, and they all came to see Trump talk about health, right?
You feel a little bit high-strung today, Donald. What's
Well,
going on?
like I said, last night I had the sniffles, okay?
Yeah,
and
I saw
I
that.
drank a lot of water last night, okay? A lot of water, okay? Hillary, she was hacking the whole night, right? Hillary's a hacking hack, right? She coughs way too much, okay? But believe me, okay, my blood pressure is spectacular, okay? It's absolutely terrific, right? It's just terrific, okay?
Are you sure about that? Because they're actually offering blood pressure checks here. Walgreens and USA Home Healthcare are actually offering blood pressure
USA,
checks.
I love USA Home Healthcare, okay? They love Donald Trump, okay? I know that they do, okay? Believe me though, folks, okay? My blood pressure is spectacular, terrific, phenomenal, okay? And you know how I know that? Okay, because my doctor said it was, okay? And I got a great doctor, right? Dr. Bornstein, you know my doctor personally, right? Great guy, great guy. This guy's probably gonna vote for me, right? Lovely guy. Terrific. Well, now you're a loser. Okay. And we've got the mayor here. Okay, I love the Mayor Stewart. Right, total winner. Right, terrific guy. Terrific, just terrific. Okay, and believe me, we're gonna make beards great again. Okay, believe me, right?
So let me just ask you, honestly, Donald, you do seem a little bit high strung. So do you ever do anything to relax? Because that really is important. I mean, you have a lot going on right now with this whole campaign. We have aromatherapy offered here today. Maybe they would let you even kind of for a treatment or something.
Aromatherapy loves Donald Trump. Okay. I love frankincense. Okay, which by the way we're gonna rename Trumpincense. Okay, and it's gonna make you so relaxed you're gonna forget about voting for Hillary, right?
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen with the oils. Okay, believe me though, I love essential oils, and essential oils love me. Okay.
Okay, so well that's good. I'm glad that you have that taken care of. All right, I'll let that be. I just have one quick question for you. In terms of social interactions or things like that, what do you do to make time, during this, you're very busy, what do you do to have social interactions and social time?
I play a lot of golf. A lot. Okay, by the way, lovely little mini putt right there, right? I'm gonna make it so much bigger, so much better, so much more fantastic, okay? Believe me, okay? It's gonna be renamed Trump National Golf Course, okay? At the Lakeside Village, okay? You're gonna love it, okay? So that's my social interaction, okay?
All right. Well, listen, I know you're really busy. That was really nice of you to come and visit us today. And thank you so much. I'm going to get back to the presentation. Thank you.
Believe me.
Wow. That was pretty awesome. I can't believe Donald Trump flew all the way here just to say hello. That was very nice. I guess he's looking for some votes. So anyways, I want to talk about the next component, which is food. And with food, healthy eating, that's where we have somebody else that's going to visit us today. And we're really, really, really lucky.
Hi, this is Senator Bernie Sanders.
Bernie, just need your hair fixed a little.
It's great to be talking to the V at Lakeside Village.
All right, Bernie Sanders, listen, I'm doing a presentation. I know you're here to help. So I'm just going to give you a few moments. You can take the stage. I feel that energy. You're ready to. Go ahead, Bernie.
Well, look, first of all, we've got a huge crowd here, which I love. And I also love that the majority of you are part of the bottom 90%. Unfortunately, we've got more Apple computers than red apple the fruit. This is unfortunate. So what I am proposing is that we get more fruit equality. So this way, it's not just the top 0.1% of people who shop at Whole Foods who are buying fruit, but you also get the bottom 90% of people who can't afford to shop at Whole Foods who also get the same amount of nutrition. This is not going to be deplorable, immoral, grotesque, disastrous, horrendous, terrible. All those adjectives describe my hair. Hi.
Hi, you're doing great. Anything else you want to share with us
Look,
today?
what I have to say is that, ladies and gentlemen, what I need all of you to do is stay involved in your local community, stay involved and create a political revolution. A revolution in the V at Lakeside Village.
Yay! How about a health and wellness revolution?
Oh, we're going to have a lot of health and wellness, and it's going to start with drinking more water.
That's great. I think that's a good one. Yes, staying hydrated is also important, so thank you. You know, they had smoothies upstairs today. Did you have a chance to get a smoothie?
I love
And popcorn
smoothies and I love popcorn. Unfortunately, popcorn has become for the top 1/10 of 1%, but we're going to change that. And we're going to have free popcorn for everyone.
All right, Senator Sanders. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us
To
today.
the huge.
So, as you can see, we've been really lucky to have a couple guests today. And the list is not over yet. So, another important factor, we talked about exercise, we talked about healthy eating, and what about sleep? Sleep is very important, right? Who better to teach us about sleep and the importance of sleep than Mr. President himself? Everybody, welcome to the stage, President Barack Obama.
You know, thank you so much. Elissa, you know, I know a lot about sleep. And, you know, sleep is, you know, something that, you know, I'm looking forward to when, you know, when I get out of office.
So let me ask you something, because I really would like to know. You know, sleep is really important and it affects decision making and things like that. So I just want to know, how do you make sure to get enough sleep so you are on target with your decisions that you're making for the whole country?
Well, you know, one thing that I do is wear earplugs.
Okay.
So this way, you know, because a lot of times, you know, Michelle, I love my wife, but she talks a lot. And, you know, wearing the earplugs helps. And I also find that sleeping underneath the desk at the Oval Office is very helpful.
You're sleeping underneath the desk at the Oval Office?
Well, you know, it's the first time that I'm saying that publicly, but, you know, I do.
Wow.
And it's something that, you know, helps me a lot.
Wow, well, that's news to all of us, right? We didn't know that. So let me ask you a question. Regarding sleep and taking care of yourself, I'd like to know, now I know Michelle's mother lives with you now. How's that going? Because
You know,
is that affecting your sleep at all?
Well, you know, thanks to alternative home health care, who's taking care of Michelle's mom, you know, things are getting a lot better. She used to keep me up all night, always telling me that, you know, I need to shave and fix my hair. But thank God for alternative home health care.
Well, that's really good. That's great
God
to
bless.
hear. That's great to hear. So I just have one other quick question. You know, life balance is so important. And when you're working hard, it's important to have time for fun. Now, here at Lakeside, there's so many different activities that they offer, whether it's arts and crafts, or watching movies, or exercise, card games, just so many different activities. Spiritual services, things like that. And I want to know, at the White House, do you have anything like this for
You know,
for the people that work there?
Well, you know, that's a complicated question, and you know, it's something that you know, takes a lot of work, and you know, we're you know, something that, you know, I think about a lot, and as as do some Jim Leah.
Shouldn't only think about it too.
But
Okay.
you know,
You don't have activities for
well,
your
you know,
kids?
sometimes we play Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
And, you know, whoever wins has to you know, cook dinner for Melina.
Okay, okay. Well, anything else you'd like to say before we say goodbye, President?
Thank you. God bless you, and God bless the city of Lantana.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, we have a question from the mayor.
When you're sleeping under that desk, do you ever think of, what Monica was doing?
I do.
Does that ever
And,
worry you?
it should. And, that's something that, I've got to think long and hard about before I leave office.
Wrong president.
Thank you so much, President Barack Obama. All right, well, that was fun. We had a good time with the different presidential figures that visited us today. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is the importance of relaxation. So we do have another guest here in the audience. I gotta say, it's our last one, and he's not a presidential figure, but you may recognize him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Woody Allen.
It's really an honor to be here, and there's a lot of information, though, at least, I gotta be honest, there's just way too much information, my purpose and passion. I mean, my purpose is basically to try not to die, I just want to, live as long as I can, and, there's just this, you can't eat this and that. I mean, it's too much to take in. I mean, I have no idea how to relax or anything. There's aromatherapies, I've tried everything. I tried doing yoga recently, and, I got stuck in the yoga pose, and, I need help. I need help.
Well, I gotta tell you that there are people here doing anxiety screenings. It sounds like that's something that makes
I love an anxiety screening. I think that they would find that I have a lot of anxieties, and
well, let me plug you into the Mental Health Center of Florida, because they're here doing these screenings, and it sounds like you could really benefit from some support. It sounds like you are really anxious.
It's too much. I mean, I don't even like coming to Florida because there's way too much sunshine here. I'm not a fan of the sun. That's why I don't leave New York very often. But I definitely could use a health screening from.
Yeah, I think that's a good first step. Also, making sure to get your blood pressure checked and things like that too, because again, it looks like you're pretty anxious. We just want to make sure that you're doing okay, Woody, okay? So,
well, I appreciate that. I've been seeing an analyst, for like 40 years now, and just in this interaction, I think you've helped me more than 40 years of analytical therapy.
wow. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice to say. I want to ask you though, in terms of relaxing and making time for fun, what do you enjoy? Just give us a few ideas. Let's start with relaxing first, and then I'll ask.
Well, I relax all the time. I mean, I read the paper about what's going on in the Middle East. I also, read up on, the danger of ulcers and stuff. I also
Is that
read
really
about.
relaxing for you? Because that sounds kind of stimulating.
Well, I mean, it's a distraction, and that's
Okay,
really all
okay.
that I'm trying to get is to distract myself. So yes, it is. It's not a comfortable relaxing, but.
Okay. Now I know you're working on a movie right now. So while you've been working really hard, what do you do for fun?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. You don't do anything for
Nothing for fun.
So that could be part of this anxiety too, but we're not treating anxiety today. That's not my job. But let's get you plugged in with the Mental Health Center here in Florida. Get you plugged in, get your blood pressure checked, and anything else before we let you go you'd like to let the folks here know?
I just encourage you all to, listen to people like Elissa and, your other health providers, and just hopefully will make all of your lives less horrible. My intention and my purpose is to make my life less miserable than it currently is. Thank you.
Thank you, Woody. Thank you so much. Wow, what a fun afternoon. My goodness. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you so much. And thank you all of you for having me here today. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, everybody at Lakeside, Alternative Home Healthcare, and Susan, thank you. Thank you, everybody that attended. And remember, I'll be back in 2 weeks to start the Wellness for You group that's here at Lakeside. And thank you also to Josh Rosen, who's the plant-based comedian. Let's give him a round of applause. So remember, everybody, purpose, live with purpose, passion, live with purpose, live with passion, and self-care. Live with purpose, live with, now I'm losing my words. Yeah, look at that. I made it so far, too, right? Right at the end. Live with purpose, live with passion, and self-care. Take care of yourself. Wishing you all optimal health and happiness. Thank you so much.